they are all striving to eradicate European societies and European nations and replace it with multiculturalism.
Yes,
They're
population replacement.
Yeah, population replacement. They are trying to take our countries and change them into something else that suits their left-wing ideology.
If you could tell us, why are you here in Poland?
Well, we've come to Poland specifically to support Jacek Miedla, who is in court. We have similar problems in our country with free speech. It seems that if you speak out against the establishment, against Islam, against political correctness, any of that, you can be persecuted and prosecuted. We have been many times, and now Jacek is facing the same thing. So we are here today to offer our support.
Right. Last days we heard a lot about Poland, but I'm curious what you knew before you came here about Poland, about our political situation and about the people.
Well, we knew that Poland was very Christian, very untouched by mass immigration, Islamic terrorism, extremism, but we've come here yesterday, and we've fallen in love with, especially Warsaw. I mean, central London is dirty, full of foreigners, dangerous, lots of mosques, and this is beautiful. Your city is beautiful. We love it. We love Poland.
Have you seen that famous photo from Warsaw Metro where only white people were on that photo, and it shocked Europe? They said that it's because Polish people are chauvinists, because we don't mix with other nations. Have you seen maybe that? And if not, what do you think about that? Wherever you look, there are so few foreigners, only tourists.
Yeah, well, that's the way it should be. That's what we want in England. We're quite jealous of Poland. We're very jealous because we wish the English people were more like the Polish people, very patriotic, love their country, and good politicians. Your Prime Minister, the lady, has been attacking the EU, the bureaucrats, the people in Brussels, because of migrant crisis, etc. So we're very jealous of Poland, but you're on the right track. Please don't ever make the same mistakes that England has made.
What's the reason why British nationalists or people like Nigel Farage have so few supporters, that they don't win elections, that they are not, they don't have that power in England that could change the situation? We have Brexit, but we don't have British nationalists on power.
Well, you know, a lot of the problem in Britain is fear. And our media, our government, our schools, the education system is all dominated and controlled by left-wing liberals. So people are brainwashed into left-wing ideology. Political correctness, multiculturalism is great, mass immigration is great. And if you speak out against any of those things, for example, we speak out against Islam. We have a huge problem with Islam in our country. You've seen terrorist attack after terrorist attack now in England. We've got mass immigration where Muslim communities are colonizing entire areas of our country. Now, if you dare to speak out about that, as we do, you will be called names. You will be called a racist. You will be called Islamophobic, you know? And the people of Britain are scared because they don't want to risk their job but it's too late. You can't be scared anymore because their fear and their silence is costing people their lives. Children are being bombed. People are being, you know, our soldier was beheaded on our streets, and still people are silent. It's because they're scared, but they need to forget their fear, because if they don't do something now, Britain will be lost forever.
Do you think there is some master plan, some bigger thoughts behind this, or it's just political foolishness behind that plan with mixing people and inviting immigrants?
No, I believe that it's deliberate. I believe it is a deliberate, engineered situation by the EU elite, by all the socialists and liberal politicians, by the mass media, which is controlled. It's not free press, it's controlled. They are all striving to eradicate European societies and European nations and replace it with multiculturalism.
Yeah, it's
They're
population replacement.
Yeah, population replacement. They're trying to take our countries and change them into something else that suits their left-wing ideology. It's deliberate.
Who do you think is behind that? Who controls it? Because we in Poland hear often that some greater countries tell us what to do, that they actually rule Poland, and it's kind of exotic to hear that someone pushed Britain to some politics.
No, it's the enemy within. It's the politicians, it's the British politicians and the journalists and the school teachers and the trade unionists. They are all behind what is happening to our countries. They are the ones that opened up our borders to mass immigration, which is changing the face of Britain. Birmingham, London, Leeds, Manchester, Liverpool, all changing, becoming foreign, becoming multicultural. British people, 20 years down the line, we're going to be a minority in our own country. And it is our own politicians, not anything from outside, it's our own politicians. People like Theresa May, Tony Blair, David Cameron, Gordon Brown, John Major. They're the ones who are selling us out and betraying our country.
So where was that turning point that changed everything? Because Britain wasn't always like that.
It was after the Second World War, about 4 years after the end of the war. The socialists got into power in Britain and they opened up the borders and they started bringing in Africans, West Indians, Asians, and it's just carrying on, and it's to the point now where you go to London, it's not even British anymore.
I live in London, and there are entire parts of London that have been colonised by the Muslim community. If I went into that area, I would be attacked. If we have seen Sharia patrols, okay, these Muslims living in these areas are actually patrolling the streets, and when a British non-Muslim woman walks through the streets, they're being attacked. If a man walks through the streets, they're being attacked. And this is going on in our country because our establishment allowed them to form these colonies, and we have lost entire parts of our country. Gone.
So, in the end, what would you say to Polish people right now? Because most of us every day hear that it's primitive thinking, that we are so many years behind the Europe, behind the civilized world.
Good, yeah, good. Keep going. Like Paul said, look, we've come to Poland. I haven't been before. I can see from my very short time here that you are probably one of the last hopes for Europe, the last hope, because Britain finished, France finished, Germany finished, Sweden finished. Poland, forget what people say. It goes back to what they're doing in Britain. Name calling, you're bigots, you're this. No. You are doing what you should be. Every nation should want to protect their own people. They should want their own people to thrive in their country. They shouldn't want to replace them with people from outside, the third world. So my message to Poland would be that
stay strong.
Stay strong. We love you, and we will be spending a lot more time here.
God bless Polska.